Oh, look at that. I am live. Hey, family, how's it going? Well, as you can see, we are here in the dark room today, and I'm feeling a little better. I've taken enough drugs, so I am adequately drugged up. That's not why I have the lights on. I'll just turn the light on real quick so you can actually see my face for a second, and maybe I'll leave it on just so that maybe we can still see the camera. But I know it's late. That's why I'm doing this live, just so that it gets fed straight to the internet. I wanted to talk a little bit about YouTube in general, the platform as a service in itself, and just why people have gotten so worked up over it over the past month, or really the past year, since the whole ad Armageddon, whatever it's called, the adpocalypse, has happened. I believe YouTube started more than a decade ago. A long time ago, it started as a way for people to share videos with their families and with their friends. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna I want to Wikipedia this. Let's just use the internet. Let's just type in YouTube history. I'm just gonna Google it first. So let's say YouTube history, and let's see where we get. So let's see. Of course, everything's probably gonna be about like. Here we are, history of YouTube. I thought it was gonna be about like how do you delete your YouTube history. All right. So here we go. YouTube was created by PayPal employees as a video sharing website where users could upload, share, and view content. The internet domain name www.youtube.com was activated on Monday, February 14, 2005 at 9:13 p.m. We're actually coming up on February 14th. That will make it 10, 11, 12. That'll make it 13 years old. This is a 13-year-old product that we're talking about here with YouTube. I was just starting my second semester in college. Ridiculous. It was founded by Chad Hurley, Steve Chen, and Jawed Karim when they worked for PayPal. Prior to working for PayPal, and then it just talks about their life, how the domain name came up. Let's see. And then it kind of talks about the growth. So I won't get into the growth too much, but basically, here's the thing. I'm just looking for a little bit more history real quick, but here's what I want everyone to remember. YouTube started off as just this simple thing. Hey, I got a video. I want to share it with someone. Here's a platform to do it. It didn't start off as a way to make money. It didn't start off as a way to get rich. What happened is more people stopped watching TV. More people stopped watching TV because TV shows sucked. They wanted to see more entertainment and less commercials. What they hated seeing was turning on the television, and instead of getting a half-hour TV show, they basically got a half-hour worth of what would have turned out to be 15 to 20 minutes of a TV show, and then another 10 minutes of advertisements plastered all throughout. So people went to the YouTubes, they went to the Netflixes, and some even went to Hulu, even though Hulu somehow still gets away with showing amounts of commercials. Fine as that may be, people don't like seeing commercials. They don't care for them. And so when people started going to YouTube, it was because they were able to see the viral, the trending, what's hot now without having to watch some TV show, without having to wait 6 or 7 months before another season or another episode of something came out. They got to see what was funny. They got to see goofballs making fun of themselves. They got to see babies biting fingers and people trying to be a Jedi. All the stuff that made YouTube very in its early days. That's what people. That's why people flock to YouTube. Then what happened was advertisers realized, oh my goodness, we're not making the same amount of money that we should be making with our companies. We need to find another way to advertise to these people. Oh, look at that. People are flocking to YouTube, throwing more ads on it. Google was, okay, well, we got to pay these people. We have to pay people to actually keep them creating things. And so they started all the different partnership programs, and they let people create content. And as people created content, they just plastered more ads in, and the ads created revenue, which I never understand. I don't understand how one can say, all right, 1 million people just watched Casey Neistat uh, ski through New York City, pulled on by a police car. I've never understood that. 1 million people watched. We show a commercial for Tide Pods, okay? Even though I don't want to talk about Tide Pods. We show a commercial for Tide Pods. 1 million people watch. So that means Tide can now expect, what, $100 in revenue? I've never understood that. It's hard for me to understand how ad revenue works. It's hard for me to understand it. It feels like a bubble to me, and I think the executives at YouTube and Google have actually started to realize that. I think they've started to realize that not only is there a danger in having one of their star performers film a dead body in a forest, but there's a danger in putting all this money up and not really getting that much of a return off of it. So that's why they've changed their algorithms. They said, hey, now you need 4,000 hours of watch time in the past 365 days, and you got to have 1,000 subscribers. They really don't care about the subscribers. Subscribers is a number to go off of. What they really care about are interactions. I'm surprised they haven't said you need to have so many interactions, unique interactions from different individuals on a certain number of videos every day, which they might get to more stringently. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to create a Netflix. And it wouldn't surprise me if YouTube just went full Netflix and said, all right, if you want to see YouTube videos in the future, you got to pay a fee. It's 99 cents a month, but you got to pay. Because that's what it's really going to get to. Unless they don't want to be, see the meddling that comes from, having free access to a lot of these things. Because I got to tell you, there are some crazy videos out there in general. But the main point is, it's supposed to be a platform for people to share these videos. But I don't think it's going to come for free for much longer. I really don't. So my main point here is just that YouTube really does suck, because it started off as something that was supposed to be, nice and for everyone. And we've quickly seen it turn into something that maybe isn't for everyone, because they've realized they need to kind of groom this thing along. They need to watch, what people are posting and what videos are going up and all that stuff. And so they've got to be a little bit more strict. And people are getting mad at that. People are getting angry that, oh my goodness, this is my livelihood. Well, if it's your livelihood, then one, I kind of feel sorry for you. But two, maybe find a few other things to do as well, because I couldn't see myself making it off just being a YouTuber. Again, this platform has only been around for 13 years, and it's an internet platform at that, and it's highly distributed, and it's one where it only rewards the few, and it only rewards the most outrageous, and it rewards people that are in the right locations. And those right locations are typically North America, New York, and California. Got to be in a big city. There needs to be like 1,000 things happening. Um, or you have to be somewhat well funded or have a really, really good story, again, with a good enough following to start that snowball effect to actually get people to follow you and to care about your story or what you're presenting. So yeah, YouTube sucks because it's a business that doesn't support its employees because it doesn't really have employees, but it acts like it does and it treats them all like crap. One such employee is Casey Neistat here, and Casey is he's a trip in my mind. Casey, I first heard about Casey back when my wife and I we went to a Best Buy back in maybe March of 2015 to get her a MacBook Pro because she was wanted to get into the vlogging game for her channel, and we talked to this Best Buy employee, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you guys are gonna be vloggers. Oh well, you gotta go and check out this guy Casey Neistat. Have you heard of Casey?" And we were like, "No." that was literally our response. No, we have I haven't heard of Casey. Who is he? And so he told us about. I think this was right after he came out. Casey came out with his little Christmas, um, you know, going through New York City, skateboarding, not skateboarding, snowboarding, behind a police car, and yeah, it was pretty cool. And so I watched a lot of his videos. I watched a lot of Casey's videos. He did a vlog a day, and it was great because here you see a guy who he's got a very unique platform. He's able to go pretty much wherever he wants on, I believe it was like Samsung's dime, or someone pays for him to go somewhere every single day, and he makes it seem like he's just living this fantastic life that can somehow be replicated. And guess what? Everyone tried to replicate it. To this day, people are still trying to replicate the Casey Neistat style of filming, and it's just so annoying. I've tried it myself. It's annoying. It's tiring. I don't know how he does it. But when it came time for Casey to take a seat and actually run a company and run a business, he worked out this product with one of his partners called Beam, and CNN wanted to buy it for $25 million. And at the time, back in 2016, I believe it was fall of 2016, we all thought, oh, Casey's a sellout. He's he built up this great personal brand, and now he's going to sell it off to CNN, which is just a crazy lunatic running, liberal. I don't even know what CNN is anymore, to be completely honest. I don't know where they're going. I watch it mainly for its entertainment value these days. It makes me laugh more than anything. Sometimes I want to cry with just how bogus some of the panels can be when they just start talking, and it just is like they just go on and on and on. But needless to say, the fact that Casey was, selling out and buying into these guys was just like, wow, why are you doing this, buddy? And then we get this. A year later. Let's run the tape. He's moving on. Casey is moving on. So let's see exactly what he had to say. Clip. I don't know if you all can hear this. I'm going to turn up the sound. Just give me a second. All right, here we go. Now it's going to sound too loud.
He and I are moving on from Beam. Beam, the company which was acquired by CNN about 13 months ago now, Beam is going to be absorbed into CNN. the media side of Beam is going to be brought into CNN Digital Studios, where they're going to continue their work there. The tech side is going to be brought into CNN as well, and they're going to continue development on the two products that they've been working so hard on for the last year. Matt and I personally are going to move on to what you know. I don't know, and I'm not ready to announce that yet. But it's easy to get sad and nostalgic about this because Beam has been my life for the last 3+ years, and this is the end of the road for me. I am happy that Beam's going to live on. I'm happy that it's going to live on with CNN. Working with CNN has been incredible. Looking back at my time there, I think that we did a lot of interesting things. I think that.
Oh, did you?
You know, maybe I struggled more in that environment than I had anticipated, but ultimately, I'm very proud of the work that we did there.
Okay.
And I'm very happy that work is going to continue on.
Well, good for you.
For what it's worth, I'm staying on as producer of the Beam YouTube channel, which is awesome. It's
Sure.
kind of in name only, but I'm happy to sort of have that be my legacy.
Okay.
All right, that's it. I think I'm going to do like an AMA or follow this up with something. I just wanted to make a super quick announcement to share with you what's happening. And as always, thank you for your support. And lastly, you know, like the team, thank you to the team at Beam. Thank you for everybody from the freelancers that worked for Matt and I for a week 3 years ago, to the people who have been there since the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm graduating from high school or something, and I might not see my high school friends again, but working with everybody at Beam and everybody at CNN has been one of the great pleasures of my career. And you know, I wish everybody the best in moving forward. I also want to, you know, thank you, the audience. You guys have been with me since the very, very beginning of Beam. I remember when I announced on this channel the name of Beam and what it was back in 2015. So this is the end of a chapter for me, and I'm a little sad about it, but
sure you are.
More to come on that. Thank you. So Beam will no longer operate at.
Okay. So, Casey, my boy, my homie. I don't know where to start with this, because if this was your baby, why are you abandoning it? Why are you just leaving it for CNN to bastardize? I would have gobbled that thing back up and made it exactly what I wanted it to be, or taken it to another company who could have, you know, helped me realize my dreams. I don't understand. What's your plan? Was it just to walk away with $25 million and then start your next project? You see, this is why when he announced it, he said he wasn't putting his all into it, so he feels like the failure of Beam was his failure to own, because when he was supposed to be there, he was off making his own YouTube videos, which is great. That's what you're good at doing, Casey. That's what you're good at doing. But if you're the head of this, you should be the one giving and directing the vision for what Beam is supposed to be doing, what this branch of CNN should be doing. So how that didn't translate into something more tangible for the audience, because I never heard of anything that actually came out of Beam. I heard there was a partnership, and then I heard this, that it was over. Nothing in between. So I'm not sure what the heck you guys were doing over the past 2 years, except for just fooling around. I mean, let's be honest. So Casey, please help me out there, buddy. What did you really even accomplish here? And what were your plans? What did you want to accomplish? And why can't you just take your product and accomplish it with someone else? Why does it have to stay with CNN? So that's really what I wanted to focus on here today, is just how flabbergasted I really am that you know, Casey is just moving on from this project. He announces that he's gonna go and start, you know, some new venture. He doesn't know exactly what that is yet, or what it will be comprised of, which basically is like a hint for anybody who wants to sign on with him that, hey, he's open for business. See, for him, for a guy like this, who's been as successful as he has been, it's easy to fail. He can say all he wants to say that, oh, failing is so hard and miserable. Once you get to a certain level and success, no amount of failures is hard anymore, unless you literally just like lose all your money in some disastrous Ponzi scheme that you knew nothing about. But this guy is walking away with money. He's walking away with more notoriety, even through his failure. And best believe that there are going to be people lining up left and right that want to be partners with him. That's the bottom line. And I'm sure he's had people already saying, "Hey, why don't you come and join us? We'll do great things together, Casey. We can change the world together. We can make YouTube videos and dance through the meadows and through the lilies all day long, and you'll just be so famous." And so I'm pretty sure that's what we'll hear coming from Casey next is more of a pure, I'm making videos. I wouldn't even be surprised if he came out with some sort of alternative YouTube model that just completely, started to compete against YouTube, because that's honestly what's needed. If YouTube is ever to feel some more competition, because right now there is no competition, and if Casey is to get off of my naughty list, he needs to go and just create something that says, hey, people who want to create content, come here, feel the freedom of, the old YouTube again, without the burdens of ads and things like that, and having corporate entities determine what we allow you to post. While there still will have to be some guidelines on what's posted, because we don't need to see dead bodies, we don't need to see vulgar and nudity and all these other crazy things, on whatever brand that he creates. But really, something's got to be done here where, Casey is using his wits to some, necessary good. And we need someone to just combat what YouTube is becoming, which is basically as regulated as any FCC, news station or cable TV show is pretty much becoming. So I feel like I've said a lot. I have no idea if any of this made sense in any single way. But let me know your thoughts. Do you think YouTube is just beyond repair? Do you think Casey will come back and do something new and great, or do you think he's just going to stick to doing YouTube videos because that's what he's good at? He said he wanted a challenge, and the moment he got this challenge, he shirked away from it. That's what I don't understand. You say you want a challenge, and then you don't even engage? What lesson does that teach anybody? Like, seriously. What lesson are you teaching people when you say, I was ahead of this and absent? I was an absent father to my own creation. That's terrible, Casey. You gotta do better, buddy. You gotta do better. So that's all I got for you all today. I'm glad you listened in. I'm glad you joined. This is, what's today's date? I don't even know what today's date is. I've been so out of it, guys. It's just been crazy. January 26th. Oh my goodness. January 26th, 2018. That's my take for today. And I will see you all tomorrow. Hopefully I am 100%. I'm pretty sure that this is all drugs right now talking. I am being completely honest. So I will see you all later. Take it easy and have a wonderful night. Peace out, y'all.